Okay, it is my sister's hen weekend, or bachelorette for my American friends, this weekend. So I thought to myself, how could I make this more complex for myself? Why don't I vlog it? So I thought I would bring you behind the scenes, not on all of it, but on like what it takes, what I've been doing to plan, things like that. So I am just leaving my house kind of on schedule. I'd hoped to get away a little bit earlier. And it's looking to be, it's supposed to be a 2.5 hour drive. It's now looking to be like longer than that. Right, which way are we going to go? Which way is going to avoid the M6? What can a girl do? Right, we're going to do this. So yeah, I am driving now down south for 2 hours 52 minutes apparently, and I will bring you with me. I'm going to put some podcasts on, and then I'm going to share yeah, like the behind the scenes as much as I can. So wish me luck, because my sister is not easy to please. Bye, Austin. Bye-bye. Oh, he literally doesn't even know. Welcome to driving literally anywhere, anytime in England, especially on a Friday. Ugh. Here's Abby, who we all know from YouTube. Abby's nothing to do with this hen. She's not my sister, she's not invited to the hen, but she lives here. I just came. So, cheers. Right, I had a lovely glass of Prosecco and lunch with Abby. I'm now in the Sainsbury's car park. She's done my click and collect. I'm literally, the boot of my car is just horrendous. So much stuff. But I feel like every time I do an Airbnb or something, it's so much nicer to do this, because we don't have to worry about going shopping. You don't have to worry about like, oh, what you're gonna get, the planning. So yes, that is like a lot of food. Alcohol I already did, so that was done, and drinks I already did. But now I'm gonna drive over to our Airbnb. I'm gonna be the first one there, which is obviously very important for me and my event planner mind. So yeah, wish me luck. Right, I'm in. I'm the first one here. One of the girls is just arriving to help me unload, and my sister's a couple of hours, well actually no, she's like an hour away, half an hour away. So I'm going to quickly try and unload all of this stuff, put some wine in the freezer and get ready. It's literally like 3 minutes till my sister arrives. So I'm not going to film the surprise, because I want to show you a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, but I also want to like, just, you know, respect, literally thongs on in the background. You know, I want to keep some stuff like personal for her and her friends. So I will show you like what I've done behind the scenes. I'll show you like what I put in the gift bags. I've done a huge wine order. We've got some in the freezer ready to go. But yeah, I'm going to go get ready to surprise her. Okay, the surprise all went super well. We are just getting ready now for the first night, and the theme is sunset and spritz. So I have this little orange number on. We have a few surprises tonight as well. Actually, just one surprise. We have one surprise tonight, which I'm very excited about. I've actually booked like an Ibiza saxophonist, which I think is going to be so fun. I got the inspiration because at one of my friend's hen parties, like ages ago, we did it and it was literally so fun. So it's like a big house that I've booked, which is 6 bedrooms, but they have like a little lodge which you can add on to the booking. So me being me has upgraded myself, which I feel like is fair as I'm the event organiser. So I actually have my little lodge, which I paid extra for, you know, give me credit, where credit's due, but I love my own space. Like, I'm not the kind of girl that will like share a bedroom, like obviously my husband, that's it really. So like when I go away with friends, I'm an advocate for like, yeah, but cool, let's get our own hotel room, because I just think, you know, I like my own space. I'm a projector in human design. Apparently that's like a big thing about my human design type. Anyway, that is where we're at right now. I have like 5 minutes. I told everyone to be ready for 7:15 and it's now 7:06 and I'm not personally ready, but almost. So yeah, I'm like detached from the main house, which is like my dream. I hope no one thinks I'm being rude, but it's just better to have my own space, you know? Alright, outfit check. What do I need? Heels, because we can do heels for a party inside. Tonight we're doing pizza and prosecco because it's like the easiest thing, and I just figured it's a crowd pleaser. Tomorrow we actually have a private chef, which my sister doesn't know yet. She knows we've got a 3-course dinner, but I haven't told her like what's actually happening. So yeah, hopefully this outfit works. I feel like what I love about being in like a big house like this, not being in, like I don't really love a night out anymore. I used to love a night out, but I feel like it's so much nicer to be in your own space. I feel like you can dress up so much more. You can wear stuff, like I would literally never wear this like out, but I love the fact that we can like wear different things. We can like party at home. That is the whole vibe. So I'm gonna hydrate. I filled up my Stanley. Because this gal cannot get a hangover because I just simply cannot handle it anymore. Like I know everyone says that when they hit their 30s. I'm 35 this year. I know, don't look it. I don't feel it. I feel like that's kind of, we're edging closer to our 40s, but apparently 40s are great, so I won't get too stressed about it. Anyway, I'm gonna go and, I've got decorations, so I'm gonna go find my decorations and put them out so that we're kind of mimicking this theme. But I got these table runners from Amazon, which I feel like are the easiest thing to just like transform a table. And I got some candlesticks. Well, the house is already gorgeous, but I'm just gonna do a few bits to just make it look even more gorgeous. Got these from Primark Home and Flying Tiger. I got so much like random stuff. And it actually, surprisingly, is quite nice. And I figured I could just use it again, so. Okay, day 1 of the hen is done. It was all a success. The surprise went well. Everything went well. I've left the girls in the hot tub, which they are enjoying. It's like now 10:30. I'm so ready for bed. I have this cute lot. I mean, there's literally like 2 beds in here. Like a whole couch area, a mini bar, kitchen, bathroom. Feeling very grateful to have my own space, as always. So yeah, I've left them there. They are finishing off their Prosecco, having hot tub time, and I thought I would take myself off, just chill out, because it's been a long day. Oh my God. I feel like I was up in the night as well with Austin, my little boy. So yes, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a day of wholesome activities. It's actually a very wholesome hen do, like there's no stripper, none of that. But we are going for a run in the morning, which is, I literally hate running. My sister loves running, it's a whole personality, which is why I've called her Hen in it for the long run. So yes, we're going for a run. There's like a long-standing joke within my family that I go for like 1 5K a year just to like see what my time is. And last time I did it, it was 25 minutes, which I think is quite good considering I'm not a runner. So, but I did say to my sister, we cannot run like a long distance with, I don't know if these girls like running, like we can't just force them to run. And also I hate running. So yes, so we're going for a run. Anyway, long story long. We're doing that. We are doing some just like chill time here. We are going to a vineyard. There's like a local vineyard and we're doing a tasting and a tour and a talk there in the afternoon, which I think will be really nice. And then we have a Mamma Mia themed night tomorrow night, which I'm looking forward to. And the dress code is something blue for that. I've tried to like give a dress code for each night because I think it just is something to, you know, something to go by, something to choose. And hopefully it's not been stressful for the girls to like find outfits. I don't think it has been, but I've kept them quite vague. So everyone has sort of got something that they can, they can find for the themes. But yeah, tonight was sunset spritz. We didn't have a sunset, it was cloudy, but we had a really nice time and we were inside rather than outside, but that actually worked perfectly. I feel like we accomplished a good day. I accomplished a good itinerary. I'm ready to go again tomorrow, but oh my God, I'm like, I could not stay up later than this. I don't know how I used to do it. And I'm kind of grateful now that we're not on like a night out in a city, which I've done plenty of hens and bachelorettes as well in America where we've done that, and it's always tricky, I feel like, with a big group. The last hen I went on, actually I was pregnant. It was one of my best friends and it was her bachelorette in Palm Springs. It was so fun, so fun. I actually stayed out till like, I think I made it until about 1 a.m. maybe even a bit later than that, but yeah, we had so much fun. And it was actually really fun to do a bachelorette pregnant because I just got to be so present for all of it. I wasn't just drinking. And this one, like, I'm not drinking that much this weekend, so I can kind of take it all in, be here, make sure everything's organised, but still nice to have just a couple of glasses of Prosecco, some fun, some pizza. Anyway, I'm going to switch off, get ready for bed. I've spoken too much. Hopefully you've got the gist of this hen, what it's all about. And let me know, definitely let me know in the comments if you want any links to what I've booked, any ideas for planning, if you were tasked with planning like a bachelorette party or even like a birthday party or something like that. I think it's very different, you know, when we're planners, we want to do it all a certain way. But yeah, happy to share any links, so let me know in the comments. Right, day 2 of the hen. We have just been for a run, which is my least favourite activity, but it is my sister's favourite activity. So I themed her hen in it for the long run, and we did not a long run because I thought that wouldn't be very inclusive. So we did a 3-kilometre run in the countryside, up hills and around, and that was plenty. So I've just come back to shower and get ready for the day. We've just got some like downtime, some creative time, and then we are going out to a vineyard this afternoon, and the weather is actually looking really nice, so fingers crossed it stays that way. But yeah, everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. I'm like always thinking about making sure trips like this, and indeed if I was planning a business retreat or a wellness, like anything like that, you know, the small intimate events that I plan, like, we often forget as event planning people how important it is to have breaks and downtime. And I'm not just talking about like a conference break, I'm talking about literally nothing, do what you want, fill your own cup kind of time. That is so important and so powerful. And I am taking so many lessons from years of events and all the like terribly organized events that I've been to, and the great ones too, into planning personal events like this, because when you're in a big group, or this is a group of 8, so it's not that big, but you know, being away from home and with new people in a new environment, I just think maybe not everyone's like me, but I love to recharge. I love just like, let's take a beat, like not everything has to be organized. And I would hate it if I had people being like, oh, what's next? What's next? What are we doing now? What are we doing now? So they've got a printed itinerary, which they can check, and it also tells them when their downtime is. So yes, anyway, I'm going to go shower, bye. Bronzer. People know we go heavy on the bronzer on this YouTube channel. I feel like I actually don't need to be ready for the entire day because we've got more chilling to do, but we all know this girl overdresses for every occasion. So we've got this little yellow colour of the summer, which is giving vineyard. Apart from the vineyard isn't for another 3.5 hours. So maybe it's giving mimosa. It's 11 a.m. Absolutely okay. All right, we have been at Dropmore Vineyard this afternoon, which was such a find. I cannot tell you how proud I am to have found it. It was the most beautiful. So we're in Buckinghamshire, and I generally use Instagram to find things. Like if I'm in a new place, a city, instead of Googling, I use Instagram because I think, well, if somewhere is going to be my vibe, they are going to have more of a presence on Instagram than they are on Google. And a lot of businesses these days, I don't believe you need a website to have a successful business. I don't believe that you need to be SEO optimized to have a successful business. Sue me, marketing friends, whatever, I don't care. That is my view. So yeah, I find everywhere on Instagram. Anyway, I thought, oh, it'd be cool to do a wine tasting. Yes, I could have someone come to our house, but we're in like a beautiful part of the like home counties countryside, and just found this place called Dropmore Vineyard. Anyway, it's run by a lovely lady called Fiona, and she did a private tasting for us. We tasted 5 wines. We got to have a talk about her business, which I obviously was obsessed with her whole story. She is the most phenomenal woman. She was a journalist, and half our group are journalists in radio, so they were like fascinated by it. I was obviously fascinated because I love a career evolution story. I love a strong woman. Like, I love a female founded business, all of this. So it was so interesting. And then we tasted 5 of her wines from the vineyard, which was literally like next to where we were sitting. This is my new contraption, hopefully it works. So yeah, we did that, and then we just stayed out basically in her gorgeous sort of garden at the vineyard and finished off our wines. I bought a couple of bottles to take home, no surprise to anyone. Because I actually have a tradition that I've started with my husband, which is our little boy is 2 next week. He'll probably already be 2 when you're watching this, but I found this most beautiful. I'm off on a tangent here, but I think it's relevant as to why, for me justifying my purchases. But we bought this journal. It's like a letters to my baby journal. So every year before his birthday, the night before his birthday, we are going to drink a bottle of wine from 2023, his birth year, and obviously that will become more of a vintage as the years go on, and write in this journal, which is basically like you write a letter to him from the past year of all the stuff that he has been doing, or like, you know, little memories and stuff. Obviously, the last year, I want to read it back because I feel like it wasn't doing very much. He was only 1. He does so much now, so that'll be fun. So yeah, picked up a couple of bottles of wine, came back, and now we're getting ready for our evening, which is Mamma Mia themed. I have hired a chef, and I'm already obsessed with her. I've already told her I'm going to hire her for my retreats. So if you want to come on retreat with me, you are going to get Chef Cecily, because she is the tits. She's amazing. She's doing a Greek 3-course meal for us. And yeah, cannot wait. So that was another surprise for Alice, and now she's found out about that. So we've got no more surprises. But yeah, we are doing a theme, which I picked something blue for the theme. Let me get the itinerary and I'll show you exactly what I did. So this is what I got printed for arrival, and this is my brand identity and my artwork for the hen. So I decided to go for like a blue and white sort of theme, and the theme and like the kind of, yeah, event title and hashtag is "in it for the long run." Told you, Alice loves running, blah, 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 get married, so she's in it for the long run. But I got these printed because I thought it'd be really nice to have it as a sort of arrival thing. So here we have our full itinerary for the weekend. I will actually get these like put up on the screen because I did mood boards as well. We did like the Friday arrival day, Saturday. So this is what Alice saw when she arrived. And I think it's really nice to sort of have some things where if you're planning this kind of like party or event or, you know, weekend thing for a friend or, you know, family member, like a bachelorette or a hen, it's nice to sort of plan stuff. But then I feel like you don't want the whole thing to be a surprise. Like, it was nice for my sister to sort of know, okay, I kind of know the gist of what we're doing. She didn't know where we were coming. She literally knew nothing. She knew it was in the UK. She knew it was like, you know, a sort of couple of hours drive for her. And I told her what to pack, and that was sort of it. But like she had probably an idea because she told me the kind of things, like I know her, she knows the kind of things that she likes. She knows that she obviously wanted to do a run, which is fucking annoying for me, but that's what she wanted, so that's what she got. But yeah, I just kind of like told her the minimum and planned the maximum. So I shared that itinerary with everyone, including her, obviously, when they arrived. Everyone else that was coming knew the itinerary, so they kind of helped sort of prove it, I guess, but it was all already booked. Like I was very happy to sort everything. I didn't ask for help. I was like, no, this is my thing, guys, just leave me to it. But then I gave it to her so she could plan and she could see what was happening the whole weekend. And then I left two things a surprise, which was the saxophonist that we had last night and then the chef. Like I said, we were having a 3-course dinner tonight, but I didn't tell her that we weren't making it and we weren't like getting a takeaway or whatever. So those are the surprises. But yeah, I think it's nice to have like an element of that. And then I just love doing like a whole plan for the weekend because I feel like I've been on quite a few hens and bachelorettes. I've been on bachelorettes as well in the States and I love them. And it's nice, the ones that I've really enjoyed have had an agenda, so you kind of know what to expect. And I think depending on your group size, like if we're a really small group, you can kind of wing it a little bit more. But we're a group of 8, which I wouldn't class as a big group, but I would class as, you know, enough of a group. And just for like, you know, people don't know each other, or, you know, some people might feel a bit anxious being around a group of girls for the first time that they've never met. So it's nice just to know, oh, this is what we're doing now. And as I said before, like having that like free time is really important, so we can have that downtime. And, you know, if people just want to go to their room and chill and you know, catch up with friends or family or whatever, then they've got that time as well. So it's been good to do that. So yeah, our last night, well, it feels weird saying last night because we're literally here for 2 nights. It feels like this is like it really, the main night, and we leave in the morning, and checkout's at 10 a.m, which is kind of early, but I guess more standard for like a holiday home like this. Like you'd never get a hotel with 10 a.m. checkout, and I always famously get very late checkouts from hotels. I just manifest them. My latest hotel checkout to date has been 6 p.m. and that was when I stayed at the Beverly Hills Hotel. So if you think of any hotel in the world that you'd rather, most rather like have a late checkout, it was in the Beverly Hills, and I was by myself and I had an upgrade to a bungalow, so it was the best day of my life. But anyway, long story long, we're checking out at 10 a.m, so we need to get our shit together, but we don't have like a rowdy group, so I think we'll be fine. Hopefully no one's hungover. We've got a yoga class at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so no one's allowed to be hungover. Or if they are, they'll just have to do a hungover yoga class. But yeah, so we're just kind of gonna make the most of tonight, enjoy our evening. This is the new GHD Waver, by the way, which is giving me like 90s nostalgia vibes. I didn't know if I would suit this kind of hair, and I still don't know if I do. So if you tell me it looks terrible, then maybe I will never do it again. But I just thought, now I've got longer hair, like it's just nice to do something different that isn't just like a curl or straight. So it's giving like mermaid vibes, but it's really big, it's really heavy. We're going to Greece in a week on our little family vacation, and I feel like this kind of hair would look so good on, you know, island time, but is this gonna fit on a Jet2 holiday? Baggage allowance, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just getting ready now. We are gonna have some little pre-dinner drinks and then go into dinner. I feel like I would probably be having like a nice glass of rosé as I was getting ready, but I think everyone's kind of pacing themselves, which is refreshing. Most of my friends they'd be on it already, but Alice's friends are probably a little more conservative than mine. Anyway, maybe it's a generational thing. I'm millennial. I actually watched this such a funny reel just now. Let me show it to you because it was actually genuinely funny. You know, when you see something, you're like, that's me, you have to share it.
Having a good time without a single photo being taken. Because if I had to do my 20s now with yoga mats and morning affirmations, I'd be as miserable as all these kids look. Thank God when I was young, the trend was to get home at 6 a.m.
Yeah, this was
instead
my
of
life.
going to Pilates every morning with matcha. Back then, wellness wasn't a personality. It was just drinking water before bed and hoping for the best. There was no routines, no sunrise meditations, just very little sleep, the occasional regret, and a grilled cheese at 4 a.m. at the diner that somehow fixed everything. We weren't tracking steps. Right? We were losing shoes or other...
I saw that and I was like, this is so funny because we have, my sister's 6 years younger than me. So I feel like there's a little bit of a gap, and it's just so different. And I just think, gosh, my early 20s was so feral. The stuff that we did, especially at university. I went to uni in London, and I lived in a house of 5 girls. So, you know, if walls could talk, it was insane. And now I'm like, oh, I'm going to a yoga class, going to a winery, you know, which I'm a mum now, so that kind of like, it checks out. But fond memories of the days where we used to just be in sort of tiger until 3 a.m. drinking yoga bombs, listening to Kesha in like a skin tight, tiny dress, massive heels, no coat allowed ever. And then you'd either get a really expensive Addison Lee cab home, because there wasn't Uber then, or you get the night bus. And that was that. And we wouldn't pay for drinks. We'd go to a promoter table. And now I'm like, oh, it's quite expensive, isn't it, going for a night out? Anyway, digressing, but I just thought that reel was so funny because now we're doing all these wellness things. And I feel like a bachelorette 20 years ago, 15 years ago would never have like an 8 a.m. yoga class or a private chef or any of the stuff that I've planned for now. Maybe it's just a sign of the times that this is where we're at right now. Okay, so tonight the theme is something blue. So we have gone for this little play suit, which isn't me at all. I hate a high neck, but I feel like I said yesterday, like it's a nice kind of event when you're staying at a house like this to try outfits that you wouldn't usually wear. And because I'm going to Greece next week, well, let's buy something blue. I can wear it on holiday too. So yeah, that's me ready. So we are going to go have some drinks and then have our dinner. And then we're actually doing karaoke afterwards. I've bought like a Lucky Voice karaoke mic kit thing, which we're going to pray works because the Wi-Fi here is a little bit, it doesn't always want to work. But I love karaoke. I love Lucky Voice. It's like one of those places where you can hire a booth, a karaoke booth. And there's been many times where I've been in Soho about 11 p.m, 12 a.m, being like, fuck it, let's just book a karaoke booth. And we've ended up in Lucky Voice. So I thought I would replicate that in the living room of this gorgeous house. The sun is so nice. Oh my God, it's like 7 p.m, it's about 20 degrees. So nice. So yeah, that's the plan. Our amazing chef for the evening, Cecily. I will link her profile below so you can follow her. But we are going for a Greek menu tonight, which we are very excited about. This is a glitter scenario. Oh my God, look. Yeah. She's hot. Alright, I am back from the Hen Weekend, so I thought I would do a little wrap up and some honest thoughts about how it went and any last tips for you. So I managed to share what I could of the behind the scenes. So to wrap up, we had a private yoga teacher come on Sunday morning who, again, I found via Instagram. I sourced everything myself via Instagram. and we did a gorgeous like morning flow. I asked her to make it super inclusive, so like inclusive of how much experience people had. They would still be able to like really enjoy it and relax and reset. I think there were maybe a couple of hangovers, not me, but they still managed to like have a really lovely time. And then we checked out at 10 a.m. and then drove home from there. So it was like an early checkout, and you know, I think it's so nice to be able to have your own space. I think what worked the best probably was like planning and giving little themes to the girls for the whole weekend, but then also leaving an element of surprise. I think as much as you can with these kind of trips, especially hen weekends, the awkward bit is always budget and money. Now, I will be honest, I knew that I wanted to and did put in kind of extra for this one, above and beyond what we had like told people would be the amount. And this was only because there were a couple of like additional things that I wanted to book myself and my sister, and also I was aware of like what we would be able to book for our budget, and there were just things like I wanted to have a really big house so that everyone could have their own bedroom and there was space and things like that, which wouldn't necessarily fit in, you know, an original budget. So I think being really, really clear on like how much you actually have, and being clear with people from the get-go rather than just adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff. I said to my sister, before you ask people to commit, like we need to tell them exactly how much it's going to cost, like what that looks like. So we gave like in the region of between this and this, and I think it was only like the region of was like £50, so like it's going to be this much max or whatever, because I think it's really hard sometimes for people to commit until they know that, because you know we're you know, cost of living crisis, or we're all just like, everyone's got expenses no matter what their budget is, no matter what they do for work. So I think that was something that we did really, really well. Then having the little elements of surprise as well, and also enough downtime. Personalized touches were really great, like ordering little treats. So there was like an arrival gift bag for people. I definitely over ordered on food and wine, but I kind of knew that I would. I think it's the event planner in me, like my worst nightmare is running out of food and drink. I always know that if there's stuff left over, like it's not going to go to waste. I mean, I came home with a like trunk full of wine, so now we've just got that in the house. But yeah, with food as well, like nothing went to waste. I took a load of stuff home, like gave some stuff to the girls, like my sister took stuff home, so it's not like there was going to be like food waste. We were just chucking it all out. I was always mindful of that, but yeah, I think over ordering is always smart. Also knowing that like you can always pop out if you're not in the middle of nowhere and get more stuff. But yeah, it was such a lovely weekend. Everyone had such a great time. I don't know what my highlight was. I loved the vineyard, which I didn't video, but we went to the vineyard, Dropmore Vineyard in Buckinghamshire, and that was so phenomenal. And having the surprise saxophone player, it was really, really cool. I also was obsessed with our chef, Cecily. I'm going to book her for one of my retreats for women in events, because she was absolutely next level. I'll link her stuff below. I'll link, you know, everything that I can. But yeah, if you want any of the links from the weekend, from anywhere, you know, from where we stayed to where we visited, then just message me privately and I will happily share those with you. It's always good to have recommendations, and I will give you my honest review, but everything was actually fantastic. Everyone said that. Literally, there were no issues. Nothing went wrong. Touch wood, work's done now, but nothing went wrong. We loved it all. So yeah, all really positive. But hope this has been fun. A bit of a different content for you. Thank you to my sister for letting me share, but not share too much, you know. And I will see you back here next week. Please do like and subscribe and let me know what kind of videos you want to see next.